If your mind is one thing and your body's another, it's easy for your mind to be strong, right? But you got to do something physically to make your body strong. But when they're both strong together, then you're onto something. I let something like that ruin your day. Move the on. You made mistakes. You know, fail quick, fail often, move the on. Yeah. Figure it out. You know what I mean? It's not the rocks on the road. It's not the sun beating you down from afar, right? It's none of that. It's your mind telling your body to quit. You think the sun matters? Keep walking. You know what I'm saying? So, it ain't your clothes, it ain't your shoes. You know what I mean? I don't like this road, but it ain't the road. And if you're gonna make it, you're gonna make it. The difference between like good and great is a step away. You need to be able to take that step. Most people fail before it gets to the great and they walk away and they don't do it again. And what most people don't know is greatness is a step away. Take the step. Fail quick, fail often, figure it the fuck out. You know what I mean? Failure is the best learning tool. You will never get good in a zero defect mentality. You have to make mistakes to grow. Have to. So I would encourage everyone, start making mistakes today. But the reality is like, I chose, the choice to smile. That's what it was, the choice to smile and to wake up and say, I'm gonna have a great day, let's go. I mean, it's not false motivation. If you tell it to yourself enough, you'll start to believe it. Is it false motivation, or is it how the journey begins, that baby step?
Did you have to fight it a little bit?
Well, it starts as like false motivation because you really don't believe it. But then even false motivation, it works. And then eventually you'll believe it. But if you just try to say it like you mean it, right? Just one time out loud, right? You'd be amazed at how you felt afterwards. Right now.
Things are screaming. Yeah,
right now, you're present. Yeah. What else you gonna do? You know what I mean? You wanna go through life half-assing shit your whole fucking life? You wanna do bullshit your whole fucking life? That seems like it'd be more frustrating than like focusing and trying to get good at something. So you're gonna let one person with some fucked up mindset crush your lifetime of work? No. You have to mentally realize this is your life, and with your life goes along certain things. You have to fucking stay fit. Have to. Like, you're doing no one any fucking good if you're the fattest, slowest motherfucker on the battlefield. Doesn't help anybody. Everyone's gonna fail, man. Like, nothing's perfect. Life isn't perfect. Get used to it. You know what I mean? Literally, I failed every thing. When I hit bottom, did I know I was at bottom? No, I think I was still having a good time. You know what I mean? But then when I realized and I seen in the mirror I'm at bottom, I knew I needed to do something. People have the 60%, the 30% of what they do down pat. It's the other 60% or whatever the math works out to be that you have no idea what the fuck is going on. And until you do, you can't make a better decision. But the problem is we watch the fucking internet and we think we're getting the truth, but we don't get the truth. We're getting this much of the fucking truth. And you might accept this as truth, but it ain't the whole truth. So we live in a world of half-truths. What people don't realize is shit isn't complex. We want to make it complex. If we could just keep most of what we do just fucking simple. A kid doesn't make anything more complex than it needs to be. Let it go, right? Like, life, there's a lot of stuff's gonna happen to you. You can't carry all of that. It's heavy, like, and I look at like, my parents, grandparents, the older generations, like, they carried a lot of heavy shit around with them for no reason. You're gonna live your whole life with shit where like you could easily just let some shit go and move on and try to be free of it, you know? Why let it weigh you down as a person, you know? You got to decide you want to be the victim or not, because every one of those things is what the victim would say. Not the victim, what would they say? Not woe was me is like, well, it happened, but I'm stronger now. You know what I mean? So, you know, if you want to play the victim, and a lot of people look, I don't know what it is, but people love the victim story these days. But if you want to play the victim, it's always going to be woe is me, right? And then, but if you're not the victim, what would the not victim say? And it's nothing close to that. It'd be just the opposite. So like, you know, okay, right? Like anything, you take your licks, happens, like keep moving, you know? You know, you keep pushing it down, you wonder why, like, you're mad all the time. You wonder why you're, you know what I mean? I think there's a lot of things people could do, you know, and then everyone's different, but I think there's a lot of things people could do stuffing it down where they just start to show symptoms of that. But, you know, all of it is like, if you're stuffing it down, you're hanging on to it. What are you hanging on to? The past? You know what I mean? Like, I had a guy the other day ask me, like, you know, I'm trying to remember the question, but he asked me, like, about a place in Iraq. And I was like, what do I think about it? I think it was 25 years ago. You know what I mean? And he was just kind of like, wow, like, yeah, it was. You know what I mean? Like, he was still kind of in it. You know what I mean? And I'm like, yo, that was 25 years ago. Like, what are we talking about? I mean, we can look back on it as the past and talk about the past, but like, I'm not stuck there. You know what I mean? But he was. You know what I mean? So obviously there was some shit he stuffed down there. You know what I mean? That like he has to let go himself. And then when I said, I was like, well, what do you want to know that? It's 25 years ago. Like he told me it really hit him kind of deep, you know? In life, there's a lot of stuff's gonna happen to you. You can't carry all of that. You know, it's heavy. Like, and I look at like, you know, my parents, grandparents, the older generations, like they carried a lot of heavy shit around with them for no reason. You know what I mean? And then you're gonna live your whole life with that shit where like you could easily just let some go and move on and try to be free of it, you know? Why let it weigh you down as a person? What I'm saying is if you just found one thing that you liked, go do a ton of it until you can find something else you like. Now you got two things, some of one, some of another, you know what I mean? I always tell people it's like a book and you're stuck in one chapter. Are you gonna be in that chapter till you die? Right? And then where are you in your book? Where are you? Are you halfway through? Are you not halfway through? Are you most of the way through? Where are you in your book? Because obviously there's got to be an ending to this book, and there's probably some better days past where you are now, but you're not going to get to them if you're just stuck there. You know what I mean? So I always tell people, like, turn the page, get to the next chapter, start writing new chapters. I got on the scale, I weighed 280, and I figured I got to do something. I never even seen anybody this heavy in front of me. You know what I mean? And like, let alone, I'm the fat guy. I've never been the fat guy my whole life. I guess it was like a slow decline. I was a slow decline. But at the same time, like, I think it was like my norm. I thought this is what I should be. I should be a fat old guy. I should be, you know what I mean? I thought I should be those things. So it was a like slow decline with acceptance maybe until like my eyes were opened by it. I never even seen anybody that heavy. Never. Like, so it was like, fuck, I'm the heaviest person I've ever seen on a scale. That can't be right. You know? And it was. So one year I made a resolution, I'd put on Instagram too, that I was gonna start walking 30 minutes a day and eating protein yogurt in the morning. And then I still eat my protein yogurt. I ate some this morning, and then look, we walked. Yeah, burying it, you're still carrying that you know what I mean? Once you stuff it down, it's like, it's heavy, it's still heavy. You're still carrying it. You're still gonna carry it. So what good is it stuffing it down? You know what I mean? When at the time it happens, you could let it go, right? Not only let it go, but you could see it in a positive light, because the stuffing it down is the victim mentality. You need to be able to take that step. Most people fail before it gets to the great, and they walk away and they don't do it again. And what most people don't know is greatness is a step away. Take that fucking step.
Are we perfect straight away, or does...
No, no one's perfect, man. You know what I mean? Like, yeah, but you'd be better off letting some shit go than not. You know what I mean?
Do you remember the process of, because you said that at one point you were a happy, funny guy, and then that kind of wore thin and didn't, you kind of lost that. Talk us through that at the start. So when you first started, you was the happy, funny guy? Yeah, when I joined the Army, I was the smart ass, do push-ups because I can't keep my mouth shut, right? And then somewhere I lost that, and I was just to the point, direct, honest. Nobody likes that. You know what I mean? Trust me, nobody likes that. And I realized, man, I'm not funny no more. And then I realized not being funny led to a lot of shitty days. Hated my everything. And then I realized, I'm gonna try to be funny. I'm gonna try to smile all day today. And then the first day I did that, I had a great day. So that I thought it was a choice for a while, smile or be grumpy. So I choose smile, but really I was choosing positivity, to be positive. There always should be a silver lining. And then look, if you don't play the victim role, right, you're gonna take your licks and you're gonna get stronger. And it's not woe is me, it's, right, this happened and it's not gonna happen again, or, whatever, right? If your mind is one thing and your body's another, it's easy for your mind to be strong, right? But you got to do something physically to make your body strong. But when they're both strong together, then you're onto something. Thinking about Instagram or whatever the people think about these days, you have to be present in the moment, and you have to undo this so someone don't choke the snot out of you. I think people miss the how much sanity this is for people, right? Because what ends up happening is, I think depressed people just don't know what they like, because everything's stupid. But if you just knew what you liked, what do you like? You like Apple Jacks? Let's eat some fucking Apple Jacks. What the f? It's not the rocks on the road. It's not the sun beating you down from afar, right? It's none of that. It's your mind telling your body to quit. No, you gotta go. No one's looking at you. They don't give a fuck about you. You gotta show up and pass. Like, there's no grooming you or like, this guy's gonna be great. No one gives a fuck about you. You wanna step up and try out, go for it. Work hard. I don't care, I'll work hard. Stay longer, I'll stay fucking longer. I don't want this to end. This is where I belong. I would do whatever it takes every day to ensure I have a spot tomorrow. You think the sun matters? Keep walking. You know what I'm saying? So, it ain't your clothes, it ain't your shoes,
You know what I mean? I don't like this road, but it ain't the road. And if you're gonna make it, you're gonna make it.
Oh, hell no. I just wanted to be a new guy on the team till I died. It's intimidating, man. You know, because a lot of guys are genetic specimens. Like, just naturally, they're gifted at every fucking thing. Anything they touch, oh, do it like this? Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. And they'll fucking smoke it. So there's a lot of guys that are genetic specimens when it comes to fitness. Like, you got to work hard. If you're, you know, I consider myself a regular guy for fitness, not a genetic specimen. And I had to fucking work hard every day to keep up with these guys. And they're not even working hard, you know? It's called the present, a present, because it's a fucking gift. The future, the past, you can't do shit about that. Live in the present. It's a fucking gift. That's why it's called a present. That's why you get presents on Christmas and, you know? Chase it, man.
What about?
So you fail, you'd learn something, do it again. Like, you know what I mean? Like, go for it. Live your life to the utmost you can. People see that and enjoy that. And I think it's why I get so many positive comments. I'm just trying to do my best out here on a daily basis. And I think people see that. I would say this, I think, especially with your body, nothing happens quick with your body. You want to start losing weight and you're overweight, it's going to take you a while to lose that weight if you're just walking, but it'll come off. It just takes time. People live on the internet to the nearest second, and they realize there's shit out there that still takes time. You know, so as soon as you realize this is it's baby steps in a long game, this becomes a lot easier to do. You know, but people they want to lose all the weight today. They want to do it all now. They want to, and the reality is like, well, that's not exactly healthy. I would tell you this is like, if you have a plan for something and it requires multiple steps, just keep it in baby steps. First off, no one's going to believe your whole fucking plan, and no one's going to say that you're going to be able to pull this off anyway. So why fucking tell them? You know what I mean? And then the next thing is just keep it baby steps. You know, if I want to get here, let me just get here first, and then here, and then, you know, along the way, like, well, what if you change? Or what if you met your goal early and want to do another goal? You know what I mean? Like, you don't know, but you wouldn't be doing that, because when I was fat, all I did was say no. I wouldn't say yes to this hike. You have to make mistakes to grow. Have to. So I would encourage everyone, start making mistakes today. You know, your mindset has a lot to do with it, but if you stay, you know, you realize you want this as your job and you want to prolong this as long as possible, get in the gym. You have to. So you're going to let one person with some up mindset crush your lifetime of work? No. If this is your life, embrace it 100% and embrace all of it. Guy needs to be confident. He needs to be able to take little guidance and make the most of it, you know? Make it happen when no one told you to make it happen. Like, just little things that make people great, you know? But it's not just the unit, right? It's people do this in life. Because every one of those things is what the victim would say. You know what I mean? Because not the victim, what would they say? Not woe is me is like, well, it happened, but I'm stronger now. You know what I mean? So, you know, if you want to play the victim, and a lot of people look, I don't know what it is, but people love the victim story these days. But if you want to play the victim, it's always going to be woe is me. Right? And then, but if you're not the victim, what would the not victim say? And it's nothing close to that. It'd be just the opposite. So like, you know, okay, right? Like anything, you take your licks, shit happens. Like, keep moving, you know?
Hi guys, my name is Luke and I'm one of the MulliganBrothers. We started MulliganBrothers with making motivational videos. Along that journey, we created documentaries, traveling around the world and something we love to do. But we started MulliganBrothers on motivational videos, and so I wanted to bring that back. And this is why I'm here on this channel. As I promised you guys, we're going to be releasing 2 motivational videos a week, all our own footage, exclusive footage that people probably haven't seen of all the people we've filmed. I can't speak for my brothers, Jordan and Will, but for me, motivational videos, I used to make them just to help me really, and I like to post them online, and that's basically how the channel started. I want to bring that back, and I just want to say a big thank you. It's been since 2013, so it's been what, 12 years we've been doing this, so thank you. As a promise, we are going to release 2 motivational videos a week and inspire change. Thank you.